Verbs in action. Transitive verbs in passive voice. Hello, language lovers. Today, we're diving deeper into the world of English verbs. We're going to focus on transitive verbs in passive voice. Remember, understanding how to use these kinds of verbs correctly can greatly improve your English grammar and make your language skills more impressive and versatile. Before we discuss how to use transitive verbs in the passive voice, let's quickly recap what a transitive verb is. A transitive verb is a verb that needs a direct object to complete its meaning. In other words, it's an action that's done to someone or something. For instance, in the sentence, she reads a book, reads is the transitive verb, and a book is the direct object receiving the action of the verb. Now that we know what a transitive verb is, let's take a look at what we mean by passive voice. The passive voice is used when the focus is on the action, not who or what is performing the action. In a passive sentence, the subject receives the action of the verb. For example, the sentence, "The letter was written by Mark," is in the passive voice. The letter is the subject, but it's not doing anything. Instead, it's receiving the action of the verb, was written. Now comes the interesting part. How do we use transitive verbs in the passive voice? Well, a transitive verb in the passive voice emphasizes the action and the receiver of the action rather than the doer. Here is the basic structure. Subject plus auxiliary verb, be, plus past participle form of the transitive verb. For instance, take the sentence, James eats the apple. In this active sentence, James is the subject, eats is the transitive verb, and the apple is the object. If we want to change this sentence to passive, we swap the subject and the object and use the past participle of the verb. So, it becomes, the apple is eaten by James. This way, the action, eaten, and the receiver, the apple, are emphasized more than the doer, James. And that's how you use transitive verbs in the passive voice. Remember, it's all about emphasizing the action and what receives the action, rather than who or what is performing the action. So keep practicing, and soon it'll become second nature. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you found this helpful. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in our next video where we'll continue our journey into the fascinating world of English grammar.